What's going on, y'all? So listen.
Girl, listen. What's going on? This the Belle Collective. I'm just a little bit flustered. Listen, Beyonce, bitch. Beyonce. Okay, girl, this ain't even a video for that. I talk shit about that hoe, and she always get my ass right the fuck together. But anyway, this is the Belle Collective, okay? Season 1, episode 4, bad brunch behavior. Girl, truth be told, the episode was cute, but it got real good at the end. And I got mixed feelings about it, because I can see everybody's side, but, I'm that type of person where I see everybody's side, so I'm going to have to give both sides. But, baby, listen, this episode was kind of cute. Listen, so we get into the episode, Timbra. Okay, so now I didn't get acquainted with these girls, and it's time for me to get the real. Okay, we got all the cute shit out the way. Now, Tambra, I said last week that I really like the fact that, you not really into the drama, whatever. She's more so, talking about her career and her relationship, trying to get her stuff on track and all that stuff. She want to go national TV and stuff like that, and in the media more so on a national level instead of just a local level and all that stuff. Whatever, she talked to a mentor, Ramona, and later, she was talking to her about, whether or not she wanted kids, and the lady was telling her how she wanted kids at one point, but then she didn't have a family because I guess she chose her career over it or something like that to that fact. And I guess it was good to see it from a different perspective because Timbra, she's in this situation right about now, like whether or not she needs to just go ahead and keep going forward with her career or to stop right now, have a baby because she's getting older. She just turned 40. Which one is more important to her? She sits down with her ex-boyfriend that she first started dating. That I'm so, y'all are crazy. My somebody just tweeted me something. I'm so sorry. But anyway, she sat down with her ex-boyfriend who she dated, since she was like in high school, you know what I'm saying? And they were just talking about the ins and outs of their relationship, why they didn't work, and what he saw. He said he saw her elevating, and so he knew to play the background, and so that's what kind of messed up the relationship, or he realized that he really wasn't there for the relationship really wasn't going to work because she was more focused on her career, some shit like that. But they make a decent pack. Listen, to be quite honest, to look at them and then to look like they look like a little odd couple, just a little bit, okay? But my whole thing with Tambra, okay, I like you, girl, but is that really how you talk? Girl, she in her confessional. I just know that this is going on, and I'm watching him, and I'm just like this, like, oh my God. I said, girl, that cannot be how you speak. You cannot speak like that. Like, come on, you got to stop playing with me like that, girl. It sounds as if mama is sitting there reading from a cue card, and she is trying not to mess up. Okay, so she is trying to enunciate and make sure she get every word to the T. Okay, that is what it sounds like. I mean, I like you, but you just sound like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on from that, we get Latrice. Latrice is she's working over at Goddess Lengths, and making sure all that's together. They got to go through different stuff because of the COVID situation that's happening or whatever, because business is closed down. But she's still working on her, well, actually coming in is closed down or something like that. She's still working on getting her new product essentials out, so that's good. And she said, listen, I know Latrice is having a new brunch. Letitia is having a new brunch, okay? But baby, I don't got time for that, okay? It's just a lot of mess with that, and I just don't have time for no new brunch, okay? I got my business. I know what I'm doing, and it is what it is. I'm empowered enough. And on the one hand, you know what? I was looking at Latrice like, girl, what? But then I said, I thought and sat about it, and I sat and thought about it, and I was like, you are exactly right, because after looking at this brunch and then looking at the first brunch that we saw in the first episode, baby, all your brunches like Letitia. I think you need to stop giving brunches because them bitches don't work. All y'all do is sit and argue with this shit. Like, I don't get it. Okay, I could do that at home. I could do that at home. And she said, bitch, I ain't gotta waste no hair, I ain't gotta waste no makeup to come there to people that I really don't give a fuck about. Like, come on, I would have been with Latrice too. Okay. Meanwhile, speaking of, you know, Letitia and Antoinette, they go to the Civil Rights Museum. Mind you, this is right off the heels of Letitia. You know, she's meeting up with a appraiser and somebody from the community to talk about the buildings and stuff on Ferris Street. And it's one particular building that she's looking forward to getting, but they said that she can't buy it because it's a historical you know, landmark, and so therefore she can't buy it. They're willing to lease it, and it's a lot of stuff that has to go on. You know, it's like over, if she was to buy it or something like that, it'll be like over $2 million plus the repairs and all this stuff. And you want to make it a eatery spot, and it's like ain't no telling. Getting it up to code, getting the repairs done, and you know, oh, I can just imagine all the extermination and stuff that y'all had to go through because that shit look like it's been closed down for years, okay, baby. And you want to put food up in there, you know, more power to you. You know, her hopes was dashed just a little bit, but you know, she thinking that she's gonna give this brunch and it's going to motivate the women. She's finally going to get her message out there to the women. It's going to motivate them to, you know, dig into their pockets and donate and help come together with this project. That is her main goal, okay? And let me tell you something, Letitia. Something about you seems a little fake to me, okay? I'm seeing it now. And I know you the one that brought all the girls together and you're trying to be like Mother Hen up in this piece. But, you know, when you be up in your confessionals and all this stuff and you just be so cheery and, oh my God, and this is what we did. No, be real with us, okay? I just want you to bring it down a little bit and I want you to be real with us. When you was in that, Civil Rights Museum with Antoinette, that was a cool moment, but you know, I guess this, because it is the beginning of Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? Happy Black History Month to everybody. This is the first week, if you didn't know, okay, February, you know, they go to the Civil Rights Museum, and although I love to hear about my history and I'm a history buff or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I just was a little bit confused as to, you know, did they plan to go here like this, or were they told to go there, okay, and to act this out, because it did not seem authentic at all. I'm just being honest. It didn't seem authentic at all. And the way I'm talking about is didn't seem authentic is Letitia's reaction to stuff, as if you never saw this. And I understand the pain and, you know, the emotions that comes up when we see what happened to our people and our ancestors or whatever, but it's something about having those natural reactions and those natural emotions coming up. And I can just tell when Letitia, maybe I'm wrong, but I can tell when Letitia, she was just coming off very extra. Oh my God. And oh no. And oh, look at that. And oh, I'm like, girl. It didn't seem natural. It just seemed like she was putting on for the camera. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that, okay? Because Antoinette wasn't doing all that. And I know people handle stuff in different ways, but it just didn't seem a little natural. It seemed a little extra and a little fake to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. It could have been my ancestors. Look at my family up there. And I'm sitting here like, now granted, I would love to go down there to the Civil Rights Museum and to look at stuff like that. Hell, I want to go to the big one out there in DC, the new one. African American History Museum. I really want to go there, but you know, I probably shed a tear too or whatever, but I ain't finna be up in there like that. You know what I'm saying? I love history. I love Black history especially. You know what I'm saying? So, but Letitia, something about that just was a little fake. Meanwhile, we get to Marie, okay? We get to Marie and Jerez. They go to the family therapist or whatever and talking about the situation that was at hand. Marie brought the recording. And I don't know, was it me or does the therapist giving off Dr. Sherry vibes, okay? Now, if you new to the channel and you wasn't here when I was reviewing Braxton Family Values and you didn't know nothing about Miss Dr. Sherry, baby, go back and look at that shit. Me and Dr. Sherry got a history together, okay? And the bitch know that I don't really subscribe to her form of therapy, okay? Because it don't help nobody. You know, it looks like it don't help nobody because That's what it was giving off, okay? It was giving off shit. I was like, so you paid this amount of money for him to tell y'all that, bitch? Y'all could have told y'all that for free, okay? You could have got that same advice off of Twitter for free. But, you know, I'm not going to do that man like that. You know, it's probably some more stuff that went on that we were not privy to because it's only a few minutes that we saw. So I'm not going to do him like that. But the parts that I did see, it was just giving me Dr. Sherry tease. But, you know, I'm going to leave that lady alone. In the words of Funky Diva, I believe that lady alone. Okay. But meanwhile, you know, he told her, don't record him no more. You know, you need to talk, call me or whatever and all this stuff. But my thing of it is, Jerez, and she has to put it out there, Marie is full of pain, okay? And you can tell that by the way that she is responding to people. You know, hurt people, okay? And that is how her whole structure come off of. Like, she felt like she never was protected. And I can get that sense from her because of the way that she acts, okay? And the way that she goes in on other people. She was never protected, so she has to feel like she has to protect herself because nobody else is going to protect her. That's the kind of defense that she gives off, you know, and she puts onto herself. And she had to tell her son, because this fool, I'm sorry to call your son, he a grown man, this fool, okay, he's sitting there talking about, well, I don't understand why she was upset about the fact that I chose a school 3 hours away. I mean, I'm still going to school. Bitch, you got kids. Nigga, you got kids. That's why. What the fuck was that? You got kids that need you in their lives, okay? You can go to school, play ball, and still come home and be with your kids on the weekend or whenever you don't have a game or whatever and you through with your homework and all that stuff, okay? You have to prioritize your time, all right? You put school and basketball or whatever it is that you did over your kids, and that is not the way that it's supposed to go. You can't be a part-time dad and go and fulfill your dreams while neglecting your young ones that you helped create, okay? That's where your mama was coming from. And the fact that you don't see that, it pisses me off, all right? And I was pissed off for Marie. And I just wanted Marie to say that shit to him. But, you know, she had to break it down. Her mama wasn't there. She had to watch her mama go through drug use and leave her with her dad because she was messed up. You know, she had him at 18 years old, and you know she wasn't trying to be like her mama. Okay, and so we get her little backstory, and I was like, okay, Marie, I'm starting to understand you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I get you. You a hurt bitch. That's exactly what it is. Hurt people, hurt people. That's all that it is, bitch. Now that we got all their backstory out the way, let's get to this brunch, okay? Because, my God, I was a little confused, and I don't even care if I skipped anything. I was just trying to get to this brunch, baby. Girl, let me scratch my head for a second, because I was confused by something. Now, I know that this brunch was supposed to be about Letitia trying to tell the other girls about Ferry Street, but when Timber came there, everybody showed up except for Latrice. We already knew that. Marie, let me get on you for a second. Why are you, I get, like I said, you a hurt bitch. I get it. But you need to take that hurt and direct it somewhere else, okay? And you need to sit down and have a therapist for yourself, okay? Not just a family therapist, but you need an individual therapist because you holding on to some stuff and you just, you coming off like a little bully for some reason, okay? And I just don't like it. You are picking on people that you feel are lesser than you, okay? That's what you are doing. And I'm going to be 100% honest. What Kaylin said to you is what you said basically about Latrice and Antoinette. You called them puppies and puppet masters and shit like that and basically make it seem like they was less than you. And Kaylin did the exact same thing with your ass when she said, don't nobody know you. Who the fuck are you? Okay? You nobody. That's what she did to your ass. Okay? She gave you that shit right back. Now, see, bitch, I would have liked it if it hadn't came from that white lady. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on that in a second. But anyway, you see Antoinette, she come in there with her white dress on and her black fascinator with her black gloves. And bitch, you talking about why she look like she dressed like she going to a funeral or something. Like, girl, damn. Damn, why are you messing with this girl? And Antoinette never had a problem with you. You just don't like the girl because she's friends with Latrice. Okay, she never had an issue with you. Your issue was with Latrice, okay? Bitch, she had on the same thing that you had on, just in a different color. What is the issue? And then when she tried to, say hello to your ass, you up there also. Now you gonna speak to me because your friend ain't here, because your group ain't here and all this shit. That's what you gonna do. I said, bitch, we didn't even have to go through all that. Marie, why you gotta be so combative? And see, we get into these semantics and this sticky area where, black women don't want to be called, black people in general, and especially black women, we don't want to be called an angry black bitch. We don't want to be called an angry black woman. We don't want to be called aggressive. We don't want to be called combative. But bitch, you doing a lot of that shit, okay? And I'm not liking it. Sometimes you just need to call a bitch what it is, okay? And that's what it is. You're being a bitch. You're being a bitch for no reason, all right? And it's not the good bitch in the good sense, okay? You're being a bad bitch and not in the good sense, okay? I'm not liking it. You're picking and nagging for what? You're itching and starting stuff for what, okay? So we get off of this, and the brunch gets started. Timbre there. We got the councilman there. We got this other older lady that's a prominent figure in the community there. And Letitia is all to the good, okay? Mind you, Kaylin is there, okay? Miss Antoinette's friend, Miss White Girl, okay? And this is where shit gets a little funny and a little dicey. And I was just like, what the hell? Now, I was confused because I thought the brunch was about them getting together, talking about Fair Street or whatever. I didn't know if the brunch was going to turn out to talk about racism and all this experience and all this stuff about black people, whatever. And if that was the main gist of the brunch, or, that's what Letitia had, thought of and put out there, that's what the brunch was, why the fuck did Antoinette invite Kaylin? I know you thought the girl probably was an ally or whatever, but mama couldn't take what was being said. Mama was uncomfortable as shit. You should have kept that bitch in the car if you was gonna come and have her. Kaylin may be a nice girl or whatever, but tonight I just don't know. I need to see part 2 to give my real opinion. But girl, you should have left her at home. Kaylin should have came to the mixed brunch. The diverse brunch, okay? Because she wasn't ready to hear the shit that she heard, okay? And I'm sitting here like, girl, I know you not trying to take the attention off the air. And I get it, but it just felt a little like, bitch, it was secondhand embarrassment for me, okay? But I was like, Kaylin, oh my God, you a grown-ass woman. You can't take this. You mean to tell me? But then again, this goes to show, Kaylin's reaction goes to show how so many people act like racism is no longer here or is never here, and they don't see it because they live in their own privileged world. And so they turn a blind eye to it, and then when it's presented to their face and put out on the table, they can't take. And that's exactly what we saw with Kaylin, okay? Girl, Timber started the conversation and started talking about racism. Which one of y'all ever have experienced racism? Bitch, I never forget that time this old white lady called my mama nigga, okay? I said, bitch, my mama told me that shit. I said, what the fuck? They was in a parking lot, okay? In the bitch parked next to her. She was sitting up in the car and she called my mama nigga. I said, what the fuck? Okay, bitch, and we light skinned, cause they was talking about colorism and shit. Motherfuckers, they can tell when you light or you white. You know what I'm saying? They can tell the difference, and they be like, bitch, you nigga. That's what you is. Girl, I was floored. I was floored. And I get the shit. I ain't never had nobody call me a nigga in my face. They probably said it behind my back. All right, I've experienced the shit. I've worked with people that was, I worked in areas with predominantly, yeah. But Tamara was giving her experience and saying how she never experienced racism living down there in Mississippi or whatever until one day when she went down to the gas station and was come out there and self-serve or whatever, and she was waiting to get service or whatever, and nobody came out there to service her. But then when this white couple come up there, they hurried up and came out there to them. I was like, yeah, that was a form of racism, or prejudice, or whichever one you want to call it. Okay, Antoinette gives her opinion because at one point colorism was brought up, and then Antoinette was like, I'm not as dark, but I'm not as light or whatever. But they don't look at me like this, especially in the field that I am. I'm still a black person that look like I'm there for because to fill a spot for affirmative action or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they giving their experience, right? I shouldn't laugh because this was some real. But Kaylin was just Kaylin. Is it Kaylin or Kaylin or whatever? Bitch, K. K was just sitting her ass there, right? And she was just like, the camera, bitch, Carlos, y'all ain't shit. Because y'all kept putting that camera on her, okay? Pointed it out that the bitch was uncomfortable. She was just like, first of all, I knew something was going to happen when they had to stand up and do the affirmation. Letitia, stop with these damn affirmations, okay? Fucking stop with these brunches, okay? Because they get us nowhere. And then the affirmation started off saying, I am a strong, beautiful black woman. And she had to hold the council man's hand. Everybody is black there except for her. And she going to repeat that shit. And she was like, I'm really a white woman, but, I said, girl... What the fuck? But when that happened, okay, so Kaylin, she gets up. She gets up and she leaves out. Okay. Antoinette goes out there to see what's going on. Then Letitia had to go out there. Kaylin is crying. And I'm sitting here like, Kaylin, I don't know, like something made me feel like, she just couldn't take. And I was just like, so you want the attention on you? You want it felt like an attention grab, but I felt like she really was out of place. And she didn't know how to take it because she really didn't have those conversations. And like she said, we don't have conversations like this. Girl, you probably don't have conversations like that. You probably don't do what those particular people did in those black women experience with racism have done to them. You probably didn't do that, but there are people that do that type of shit. Yo people, white people, you know what I'm saying? And we can't deny that shit, we can't be ignorantly what is it? Blinded. We can't be turn the blind eye to the shit. Okay, we can't be ignorant to the fact. You can't hide behind your privilege no more. And this is how we know she was privileged. She in there crying. I think Melanie had to come out there and calm the bitch down and, say, oh, you don't need to be feeling like that. And I felt like this was a teachable moment. And if she had questions, she could have asked the questions in a respectable way. She could have sucked that shit up and she could have listened to what these women had to say instead of just turning the attention on her and crying and shit, making people want to feel sorry for your ass for fucking what, okay? If you don't do that, why are you feeling this way? Then they not talking about you. They talking about the others that do that. Okay, why put that on you like that, girl? That irked me, and they was out there catering to this bitch. No shade. She probably the nicest person in the world. But I'm just saying, in this moment, you kind of made me mad, girl. But and I'm giving it to you real. You really pissed me off for a second right in there, because I was just like, girl, go sit your ass down. It just felt like a attention grab, okay? You wanted a moment and you took it. Like, girl, if you felt that uncomfortable, take your ass home. But anyway, when they talked her down and she came up in there, she was like, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Girl, she came up in there and she had to give her a little speech and put the camera on her and had to say, I'm not like these people that you talk about. I think the media be trying to make it seem like white people are this and white people are that, and we're not like that. And I come from a prominent family. My great-great-grandfather was so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. And I said, girl, we don't give a fuck. Now, at this moment, now on the commercial, I thought Marie was being messy, okay? But after seeing the scene, I was here for Marie saying, okay, girl. This we off that subject. It's cool, whatever. This is about Letitia. This is her brunch. She trying to give us some news or whatever. We ain't even on that no more, okay? And so that set the whole thing off between her and Letitia. Her and Kaylin. And I was just like, this is a mess. Now, on the one hand, I was on Marie's side. For a second. But, the way that she was trying to, what really turned me, kind of made me just look at the situation like, and made me divided, was when Essie got her ass up and was over there standing by Kaylin and trying to talk her shit. Like, she act, Marie, you made it seem like Antoinette is, Latrice's little puppy. Essie is your puppy, okay? That's exactly who the fuck she is. She's your little pit bull, bitch. That's what it is. Because she was up there talking for your ass and saying this is this and this is that and this is what it's about. This is about Letitia. You don't need to be doing. I was like, Essie, shut your ass up and go sit the fuck down. She pissed me off in that moment. But when they get back into it or whatever. And when I can't even remember how it got to the point where Kaylin said, bitch, who the fuck are you? You're nobody. She was like, bitch, you better Google me. And they was like, oh, you don't tell nobody that they're nobody. You don't do nothing like that. She was like, I think this bitch gotta go. This bitch gotta go. She was like, I'm not gonna leave. If you want me to leave, come here. Come here. Now, on the one hand, I looked up like, hold up, you don't tell no motherfucking black woman to come here, first of all, bitch. That's not what we gonna do. But on the second hand, I was like, you know what? You want me to leave, bitch, then move me. That's where I felt like Kaylin was trying to come from, but it just didn't come off like that. Okay? She was just in her feelings. Because I probably I would have said that shit. You're not going to tell me to leave from something I was invited to and you're not hosting it. When the host tell me to leave, bitch, I'll get my ass up and leave. But until then, you want me to go, you bring your ass over here and you remove me. That's what I feel like Kaylin was trying to say, but it didn't come off that way because bitch was white. Okay? Bitches was already high and it was just a lot that was going on. And Marie said, bitch, fuck, what you won't do was talk to me like we in the 1950s and 60s and you gonna tell me to fucking come here. That's what the fuck we not gonna do. I said, oh my God, this shit escalated real quick. And whose side are you on? I see both sides and I really don't feel like Kaylin was trying to come off. I do feel like she had an attention grab moment, okay, but I don't think that she meant any real harm. But the bitch, you have to read the fucking room even when you're pissed. And girl, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. And it's a to be continued, bitch. I'm waiting for next week. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Y'all had it. Y'all, yeah, it was cute at the end. It was cute at the end. Y'all gave us some shit. Y'all be... Next week, we get into Letitia and her man. Okay, we finally get into your tea, bitch. All right. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode, and I will see y'all later. Peace.